It's showtime. Hi, everyone. This is Bill, your host, along with Jen, who is producing today's Friday Night Light show, Mid Penn. We are broadcasting live deep within our studio in an undisclosed location. This interview is part of our summer series, summer series where we interview high school football players leading up to and through the end of this season. Today's show is for Jeremiah, so please feel free to ask questions in the chat box below, and we will try to get to all of them. Before we welcome our guest today, viewers, please tackle the like and share buttons below as they help Jeremiah's interview get to more family, friends, and teammates that were unable to attend today's broadcast. Our guest today is Jeremiah Hargrove. He is in the class of 2024 in the PIAA District 3, Carlisle High School. He's on the varsity football team as a defensive back. He is 5'9", weighs 185, and he has a jersey number of 14. He is a first-time MPC defensive back, also first-team All-Sentinel quarterback. I say quarterback twice, defensive back and quarterback, I'm sorry, or running back. Jeremiah plays track and field with the triple jump at 34 feet and 4 inches. He also throws javelin 177 feet, 4 inches. Welcome to our show, Jeremiah.
Hello.
So before we jump into football, let's start with some easy rapid fire questions. Are you an Apple or Android man?
Definitely Apple. I used to have an Android as a child growing up, then got an Apple. All of a sudden, now it's just better in every way possible.
Dessert.
I don't really eat cake or cupcakes. I'd probably say either cookies and cream ice cream or just cookies.
How about a fast food?
I probably go to Chick-fil-A the most, so it'd probably Chick-fil-A.
Almost everybody that we interview says that. How about an actor?
Probably Michael B. Jordan, I want to say. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan, definitely.
How about movie?
Movie, probably one of my favorites is Divergent.
Type of car?
Probably a Mustang or like a Camaro.
If you had a chance to have an all-paid vacation, where would you go?
Definitely the UK. It's been a dream for me to go visit there when I get older.
Who's your favorite musician and what song?
Bryson Tiller, and the song is "Don't" or "Exchange."
All right, thanks, Jeremiah. Those were good answers to warm up with. So let's dive right on in. What is your favorite subject in school and why?
Favorite subject is science. I'd say science is my favorite because probably since I want to say 7th or 8th grade, I've been thinking about like the college level and like what I want to major in, and I really got into science and pretty much one of my easiest classes, and plan on majoring in biochemical engineering when I get to that next level. So I take science very seriously and look forward to it a lot.
That's a heck of a profession. What is your least favorite subject and why?
Probably English, simply just because I don't really like reading books and stuff. But I mean, like I'm willing to, but I don't really like reading books or like typing essays and stuff. I feel like it just takes too much time.
Are there any hobbies you enjoy?
I pretty much like when I'm not like doing after school sports, I'm pretty much still participating in those sports in still some kind of way. If it's at the park or at a field with my brother and a couple of friends. Pretty much, yeah.
Who are your favorite sports athletes?
So for football, It would be Deshaun Jackson, Michael Vick, and LaShawn McCoy. And for basketball, like overall favorite athlete would probably be LeBron James.
Right? I'm a Shady fan from when he was out in Notre Dame, so you can't beat that.
Yeah.
Are you a team leader?
To myself, I definitely consider myself a team leader. I like pushing my teammates to be the best of themselves and to reach those goals and expectations they leave for themselves. So I think I'd consider myself a team leader.
So, as a team leader, if a younger player would blow a play, how would you handle that?
Um, well, since like most of the people I've been like playing with, their parents and like coaches and their friends, they see me play at the midget level. Like they knew what I was capable of, but once I got to that high school level, they were a little iffy about it my freshman year. So I had to really step up during the scout team offense in order to get into that starting offense this year because I was already starting on defense originally. So I really had to like take a big step in my game and carry myself persona that I'm capable of doing anything on the field. And I just had to prove that on the practice field, scout team, and generally in game after that.
Yeah, generally you want to be known as the team as the real baller, right?
Yeah.
Viewers, don't forget to subscribe and tackle the bell and to be notified for our future programming. Also, please sack that thumbs up and share this interview, which helps ensure that Jeremiah gets the maximum views he can for his interview. Why do you play football?
It's pretty much always been a dream to me. Like as a little kid, I really didn't play football like for a team growing up. I started sixth grade, which some would consider late, some would consider the right time, but I always just had that fantasy. So like I would go outside playing backyard football with my brother or my cousins or friends. I'd meet around the neighborhood. And once I got that first chance to play football, it was like I really love this sport so much and like I want to just continue it.
Why do you play football?
I play it because it just gives me a different type of sense and motivation, like beyond the aspects of like school and like stuff that may go on at home or around you. It just gets my mind off of things, clears my head, and it just makes me feel it's like a safe place to me, basically. So it just makes me feel a whole lot of comfort.
Have you always been a defensive back from youth football going up?
Actually, well, so youth football, generally, since I was a little bit on the bigger side, I played right guard and defensive end. And then the year after that, I got a little slimmer, played running back and outside linebacker. And then my last year minutes, I ended up playing quarterback and outside linebacker. And then one of my friends, Aiden, had dislocated his collarbone. So coach needed somebody to step up and play defensive back. So I said, I'll do it. I'm in great shape. I got the speed for it. I can read the defense. I played quarterback that year, so it makes sense for me. So I took the spot at defensive back. And then since then, my coach really thought I could be something. So like in that summer year before freshman year and my last year at midgets, he told me you have the capability of starting varsity defensive back as a freshman. So I didn't take that lightly. I worked hard, came to practice every day, pushed myself, went up, got the reps against the best players on the team. And that led to me having a great freshman season. Then leading into sophomore season, it just kept pushing me and pushing me. And then I just fell in love with it.
That's great. Back when I played, we only had VSH tapes to watch film study on, and that was usually on a Sunday. Today's age is more technical with the digital use by either the school or third party live streaming. Does a team get instant access after the game?
Um, well, to watch film, we usually would do it like a couple days prior, like right after game day that Saturday morning, we would watch it, and then also we'd probably watch it the earlier that evening before the game. We would go up into a room and we watch the film, and we go down and warm up and stuff.
Do you think that helps you improve?
Well, me personally, like during football season, I'm watching film throughout the whole day in class, study halls, whenever I have no work to do. sometimes even at lunch. So I was like, when it's football season, I'm like in that mode. Nothing but football is on my mind. We watch hype up videos. It's just constantly football, technique work, all of it.
So, besides watching film, what does your routine look like during the school week?
So during the school week, wake up, go to school, get all my work done. If I have a study hall that day or not, watch some film. Um, then after that, go to practice. Pretty sure we have a 2 hour, 30-minute practice or 2 hour practice. I'm not sure. Then after that, go home, take a shower, watch more film, watch clips from my freshman season, like videos from my freshman season, and then videos from this season on how like I can still perfect my craft at the position I play, and then just repeating that the whole week, just doing it over and over again.
On game day, what gets you fired up in the locker room?
Well, usually I'm one of the quieter guys during game day. Like I like to just like be left alone. I'm in my locker, just zoned in, headphones in, just sitting there peacefully. Try to try to focus on what's ahead of us and who our opponents are, and just thinking of ways that I can contribute to the team that day.
Well, you stole my next question. It was going to be mentality is one of the most important aspects of the game. So you just covered that. Thanks a lot. So, what does warrior mode look like for you?
Like warrior mode for me would probably be like, say if like team, well, not generally just a team, but like I make a big play. As soon as I make that big play for the rest of the game, I'm constantly going. I'm constantly going at it. There's no stopping me.
That's a good attitude. So, beyond a winning season, what does success look like for you this year?
Success looks like to me is having that good record, having that good team, competing at the best level possible, no hands down, beating those teams that we lost to, um, getting way further into the playoffs than first round, and hopefully running for that state championship and winning it. Just winning, period, to me is a successful season. Just not letting anything get under our skin or my skin to stop me from having a great season as myself and as a team.
In your opinion, who is your biggest opponent this year?
Well, everybody knows our rival CV. Um, we definitely showed the capability of beating them. So I feel like Harrisburg was like the first time we played them, we had a great first half. We held them to only 20 points, I'm pretty sure, and we had 14. Then second half, we just came out lackadaisical. Didn't really look like anybody else wanted to play. And, like just gave them the lead, and then we had them first round of playoffs, and just like we came out hot, came out stopping them. We had pretty sure we had three three turnover on downs the first quarter, and then from there, like people started getting tired and acting lazy after they scored that first touchdown, and then things just went down from that. So like my eyes are set on beating Harrisburg first, and then CV.
What is your best memory of playing the game?
Um, pretty. I'd probably say so. My freshman year, it wasn't my best year, but I had a great season. You know, because limited amount of games, so it's like games getting canceled, games getting moved, and having to re-prepare yourself for those. So like my freshman season, early in the season, I had like a groin injury, but I forced myself to play through it because me being the player I am, I don't want to let my team down by me not being capable. Like I was capable of still playing, so I pushed myself to play. And later on that season, leg got better, but when we had played CD East, I didn't start that game. That was the only game my freshman year I didn't start. So my coach had me on the bench, and I was pretty upset about it. Like I was just quiet. I wasn't hype on the sideline, and we won that game. I wasn't hype on the sideline or anything. And then he put me in my first play in. I intercept the ball in the rain, like gloves on and everything. It's pouring down raining. Intercepted the ball, almost took it back for a pick six. And then like from there, it just felt so great that like when my team needed me and when my coach trusted in me, I was capable of being there and making that play for him. And then from that game on, I got another interception, and we just had a great game and won. So that was probably my best memory.
That's great. It just shows you that even though you're not starting, that you still got to be keeping mentally
Still gotta be
ready. That
ready.
you exactly when you get called upon, you got to be the next man in, right? So, who is your biggest role model?
Um, I really don't know if I have one, to be honest. I, I'd probably say my dad. He wants the best of me, so it's not like I feel like I have to make him proud, but it's like it's just that father son feeling where it's like you making him proud makes you happy because you're doing something so good that he's like amazed by it, and like that's just something to see.
Who is your biggest fan and why?
My biggest fan, definitely my grandparents. They live all the way in Maryland, and they did not miss a single game. They come see support me and see me every single time.
That is great. So we're going to fall into right now. What is your most embarrassing sport moment?
Um, Most embarrassing sport. Uh, I don't. I'd probably say freshman year against Central Dauphin. I let up two touchdowns because I was so worried about doing somebody else's responsibility and forgot to do mine, and I ended up giving up two passing touchdowns that game.
Well, you learned your mistake and you're going to move forward with it, right?
Yeah,
So what would you say your greatest weakness is?
my greatest weakness. I don't, not me like trying to be like cocky or anything, but like I don't really think I have any weaknesses, to
Okay.
be honest. It's just that feeling in me. I feel like I can do like anything especially if I put my mind to it. There's no telling what I can do.
Oh, great athletes do have that. So how about telling us what your greatest strength is?
My greatest strength is definitely probably my speed and my strength. Like most people think of me probably being like a little bit on the smaller, weaker size, but yeah, I'm not the average height of football player. I'm not the average, muscle, but like I'm like short and strong, and I'm like quicker than most people would realize. So like whenever you sit back and watch my film, it's like this kid really can break off tackles and make moves in tight spaces, and it's like people start to really get amazed by it, which is like that's something that I have and not many other athletes can do because there's so much on the bigger side.
That is true. Whenever you're a little bit smaller, you got to do things a little bit smarter and better. So, one of the final questions here for you: looking ahead, do you know what you'll be doing after high school?
So as you know, I do track. And I came first in the district for javelin, but usually I'm a triple jumper, but that didn't go as how I planned at district. So I threw the jav at states, and I ended up coming 10th. It wasn't a bad day for me, but like it wasn't one of my best days. So I was planning on going for both sports, like maybe going for track and football. But whatever happens, happens. If if I were to get more looks at track, like at the higher level, maybe like Division 1 collegiate level, I'd probably take those. If not, then I'd probably go for football or just double up on both of them.
Great answer. Thanks, Jeremiah, for coming on our show and giving us the chance to see the man that you are today. Everyone out there, don't forget to like and share this interview and share, tackle, and subscribe the bell button for the notifications for future interviews. This also helps to get this interview shared to family and friends who couldn't join us today. It also helps with YouTube's channel with our algorithms. Jeremiah, from everyone here at the Friday Night Lights Show Mid Penn, we wish you good blessings as you move forward to your junior season.
Thank you.
See you next time.
See ya.